myself, I'm Al Persig, and my business partner is Bill Vandercook, and we're the owners and the consultants of Landowners Planning and Resource Group. And I'll just give you a little snapshot of what we're about, and then certainly we want to be able to give you lots of time to ask questions if we can help you. Bill and I have a lot of experience in the area of natural resources and working with private landowners, and that's what we concentrate on, is private landowners. I have 38 years previous experience with the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the Natural Resources Conservation Service, and I managed all the private conservation programs for landowners, the incentive programs, the financial assistance programs, and the technical assistance program. Bill's got 30 years of experience in dealing with landowners.
Not that old.
No, but his hair's a little whiter than mine. So.
He started before he was born, for crying out loud.
And Bill has a
I turned
lot
56 this year, sir. So I guess.
How old?
56.
Oh, you got a good start.
Yeah.
Bill has a lot of experience in land use planning and land preservation programs and land tax strategies. And the big one that we work on and focus on is land transfers to the next generation. So let me just quickly go through this card, because you can take this with you and it'll give you an idea of what we're all about. And our name is Landowners Planning and Resource Group, and we put landowners there first because we think that's landowners, private landowners own the majority, 70% of the land base. They're the ones that are making the decisions. They're the ones that need the assistance. And so we're dedicated to working with the landowners. And we're there to provide that planning and resource information that you all need every day. And so our passion is this byline right here, preserving your land wealth and ensuring your legacy. And so that's what we're trying to do. We're working for landowners. And Bill and I consider that we're not working for ourselves, we're working for landowners. So if you flip this over, the people that we do target our services to are landowners, and I'm assuming you are all landowners. Yes? Yeah. And we look for providing assistance to those that have 40 acres or more. And as you know, it takes about that many acres in order to really do good natural resource management. So we focus on that. This green banner is the primary list of our services. We do look into the property tax exemptions on an individualized basis on each of your parcels. And you know, we look at how is it classified with the township, what other conservation program impacts might be available to reduce, and that's what we're looking for, to reduce those property taxes. Are there temporary easements? Are there permanent easements? Are there some local conservancy programs that aren't always very well advertised? And so we look for those things that will impact by reducing your taxes, your property taxes. So that's one of the big things that we focus on.
Does your fee come out of the savings?
No, not at all. Our fee it's a flat rate fee for the report that we give to you, and then if there are other program activities or special activities that you need assistance with, then we'll add additional fees for those customized, specialized program efforts. We do look at estate planning. The big thing is, what is your vision? And I think a lot of times that gets lost. And a lot of times landowners have to actually sit down and formulate what their vision is. And so we do work with the families in helping to establish what that vision is, what's your legacy going to be. As forest landowners, you are already looking way into the future, so you know what that means to have a legacy of your land. We look at who are your beneficiaries. Are they family? Are they other organizations? Where do you want to go with that? But most importantly, how do you make that land transfer, particularly to family members, affordable, so that they can avoid the big tax bills, they can avoid the big property taxes, the loss of caps, those kinds of things. So we look at that. The development alternatives. You know, are there some portions of the property that should be developed that really, if developed, will give you the resource base to maintain the rest? And there's sometimes there's those pieces that just should go that way. And the intent then is to protect the rest. And so, you know, we look at the property as a whole. We look at conservation options, and it may be a temporary easement, it may be permanent easement, it may be some land use changes. In some cases, we've seen people that just needed to have a forest management plan or plant an acre or two of trees, and then they can qualify for some of the forest management programs. So, you know, we'll look at all that, and we'll look at the reserve options that are available that give you some financial rewards for maintaining what you're already doing. And landowners do a lot of conservation on their own, out of their own pockets. But there are programs out there that will reward you and give you additional incentives to keep it that way. And those things are usually good for the environment. Then we also look at all of those other state, federal, and in some cases local programs that may get you planning assistance and design and installation assistance on practices, cost share assistance. Again, those reserve programs, there are some that may help with converting to a more land conserving use, preservation programs, and then special use incentives. So we look at all those. So how do we do that? If you look at this card, there's just basically three highlights that I wanted to mention. The first one is landowners, and it's your land, and it's your legacy. And so we want to help make sure that that happens and that it is an asset and not a liability. And there are times when it can become a liability, but you can protect that and make it an asset. We try to help define. We don't determine what your goals are. We don't tell you what your goals are. We help you go through that process to define what your goals are. And then in addition to that, we look at what are the land's needs. So we will do an evaluation of the land with you, and so it becomes a two-prong attack. The land's needs and your needs or wishes. And we bring those together, and we identify those programs then that meet and fit that formula for you, not a generic approach. And hopefully in that process then, we'll remove some of the confusion and the conflict. Having dealt with federal programs for 38 years, I know how confusing they are. I know how confusing they were to me. I still don't know how landowners get through all that. But that's where we excel at helping people get through all that red tape, get through all the government fog, and find out what really works for you. The second item on there is what do we do for you when we do this? And we do this report. And if you get a chance, there's a picture here of in this a Michigan Farmer article that was in the May issue. It's a client of ours that we helped in Leelanau County and how they worked through a conservation easement process. But we do give you a full report, and it's for you, and it's localized and prioritized for your needs. And hopefully we've taken out all the program material that doesn't apply. And you know, if you don't have any wetlands, we're not going to give you any information on wetland conservation. We're going to just give you what your land has a need for and what you have a desire for. And so we'll look at them providing all that information, all the contact information, application information for the programs that may apply, whether they're state, federal, local, or nonprofit. There's more and more of those, and today, particularly at the federal level, most of the programs are requiring cooperation and participation in partnership with various programs. So you may have to deal with federal, state, and the local level, all at the same time, and we'll help sort through that. Sir, I'll let you have one of these.
All right.
We're on the back page. You can just
Okay, thank you.
hang in, jump in with me. I'm down here on this back page.
I'm just kind of freelancing.
So we're going to look at that. We'll identify those tax credits. We'll let you know where those potential tax credits are. the development options, and then the estate planning opportunities. The bottom line here is we're hoping to maximize your land wealth for you and the natural resources. So that's what we're after. And you're going to get this report, and we're the only people that I know of, and I'm familiar with all of the conservation and natural resource services that are out there because I worked at a statewide basis. We're the only ones that give that kind of a report to landowners. Most people are oriented in one particular arena. We're going to cover that whole resource base for you. Then the client services, the third item here. We do have a unique system that we use to find all these options. Hopefully through that process you're going to see some increased land values, and I have personally seen people that have engaged in a conservation easement, receive their payment for that, only to find that because it was a wetland or it was a particular cropland situation, or they were protecting some endangered species, the land values went up. The landowners still own the land, and so they've gotten their equity, some of their equity out. They still own the land, and now all of a sudden the land is worth more because it's been preserved and the conservation practices have been applied. So that's one way that that land value can increase. Hopefully through this it saves you money, but saves you time. You try to wade through all this government stuff, you go from one website to another, and we do that. And so we save you time, and we give you the information so that you can make the best decisions. You're the decision maker, not us, not a government agency, but you're the decision maker. So once we get through that, then we will work with your financial planner, your estate planner, your accountants, your government representatives, those people that you've already engaged. We'll help them to understand this, because accountants sitting in an office don't understand what forests are and what it takes to manage them and what it takes to hold on to them. And so, we'll help do all that. And what we'll do then is get that custom tailored plan that's specific for your needs and your unique property. We're going to help you get that implemented. And so that becomes that second step. So if you look at this card, I mentioned I'm Al Hersig. I'm here in the Traverse City area, and I have this northern Michigan office. Bill is in southern Michigan in the Lapeer area, but we work together. So we can go anywhere in the state, and we can cover for each other. And if you are in northern Michigan and you want Bill to work with you, we can do that. So last thing I'll make a note of is the website. It's on the bottom of this page. I'll give this to you guys.
Thank you very much.
I'm on the bottom page of the back. we can cover things. There's more information there on what we do and the processes that we go through. There are a number of testimonies from landowners that have used the services and the benefits they receive. There's a link to this Michigan Farmer article, so you can read that in full detail. And again, we work with agricultural lands, forest lands, which we call the working lands. Those people are trying to make a living, and we're trying to help them do that, as well as recreational lands, so that they can keep that in larger pieces so that they can more easily manage the natural resources. And on the website, there's our contact information, and you can request services. I will say that today, if you're interested, we're offering for the MFA members a free initial consultation. So if you would like us to just visit with you on a personal basis, we'll be more than happy to do that, and we're offering that today for those that are here. So go ahead and sign up. And again, I just ask you to go back to the front cover, and this is our passion and this is our mission: preserving your land wealth and ensuring your legacy. And I know that that's an issue that's very prominent in most landowners' minds today. So I'll just stop with that. And
I've got 25 questions.
okay.
First one is, are either of you or both of you